Morning, students. I am H.V. Shrimal, Assistant Professor of English, Government College, Maglana. How are you? I hope you are all well. Dear students, in the previous class, we have read about the introduction to the poet Robert Browning and a few lines of my last wishes. We have read that the Duke, who is the speaker of the poem, is addressing to the silent listener, that is the messenger of a neighboring count. They are discussing the wedding proposal for the Duke, and meanwhile, the Duke says, or the Duke requests the messenger to have a look at the painting of his last duchess. The painting is on the wall and it's so vivid and lifelike that it seems as if it were a real human being. The Duke tells the messenger that this painting was done by a friar whose name is Pandolf. This friar worked from morning to evening to complete this painting because the Duke did not give him the second day to complete this painting. And why did he not give him this second day? Because the Duke was so jealous and suspicious and possessive that he did not want the friar to develop intimacy with his beloved duchess. Meanwhile, the messenger looks embarrassed, puzzled, baffled because he saw a strange flush in the face of the duchess. He could not understand the reason for that flush, and that's why he turned to the Duke for due explanation. The Duke says, now let's see what the Duke says. Sir, it was not her husband's presence only called that spot of joy into the duchess' cheek. Perhaps Fra Pandolf chanced to say, her mental lapse over my lady's wrist too much, or paint must never hope to reproduce the faint half flush that dies along her throat. Such stuff was courtesy, she thought, and cause enough for calling up that spot of joy. Now see, the Duke said, sir, it was not her husband's presence only. He says that the reason for the flush or blush or reddening in the face was not simply the result of her husband's presence. That's why he says, sir, it was not her husband's presence only called that spot of joy into the duchess' cheek. Called means created. The spot of joy. The spot of joy means blush. That is the result of some sort of happiness. Okay? Spot of joy means blush as a result of some pleasure, some happiness. The Duke says, sir, the spot of joy, that is the blush caused by some unknown happiness, is not simply the reason for her husband's presence. It means that there could be some other reasons for bringing about or causing that spot of joy into the duchess' cheek. Now, the Duke guesses. He explores several possibilities for bringing about that spot of joy into the cheeks of the duchess. And one of them is, he say, perhaps Fra Pandolf chanced to say, casually commented. Perhaps Friar Pandolf casually commented, her mental lapse over my lady's wrist too much. Mental means clock, C-L-O-A-K. Mental means clock, C-L-O-A-K. Perhaps her mental lapse means covers. Perhaps the mental of the duchess covers over my lady's wrist. My lady means duchess. Wrist too much. Perhaps it was a casual comment by Friar Pandolf that the duchess' mantle covers her wrist too much. Or the second possibility is, paint must never hope to reproduce the faint half flush that dies along her throat. The texture of her body or the delicate color or flush into the Duchess' cheek was so complicated that paint must never hope to reproduce. Reproduce means imitate the precise image, precise picture of the flush can never be imitated in paint. This is what the friar perhaps commented. Paint must never hope to reproduce the faint half flush that dies. Dies means disappears, vanishes along is about her throat. Perhaps the friar commented that the half flush that disappeared about the throat of the Duchess can never be imitated, could never be imitated in paint because it was so delicate, it was so complicated. Is that clear? Such stuff was courtesy. Courtesy means a polite remark. Such stuff was courtesy. These such comments are because of politeness. We comment on the beauty, the elegance of a person casually, and therefore the Duke believes that these are casual comments by the friar. And she thought, now see, this is elliptical style, but she thought that these are sincere comments or these are the comments made in full sincerity by the friar, and cause enough for calling up that spot of joy. And these comments were reason enough for bringing about that blush or flush or reddening in her face. Is that okay? She had a heart, how shall I say? She had a heart. How shall I say? Too soon made glad, too easily impressed. The Duchess was so simplistic, she was so naive in view of the Duke that she could be mad easily glad or she could be easily impressed. Is that right? She could be mad easily glad or she could be easily impressed. She was so simple. And how shall I say? It means I do not have appropriate words to express her simplicity, her foolishness, because in the opinion of the Duke, the Duchess was so simple, so foolish. She did not have discrimination, and that's why she could be made happy. She could easily be impressed by anyone. She liked whatever she looked on. She was so simple that she liked whatever she looked on. The problem is not this one, that she liked whatever she looked on. The problem is that her looks went everywhere. It means she did not have discrimination. She looked at each and every object or person, and unfortunately she liked whatever she looked on. That was the problem, and that hurts the Duke's ego. Is that right? Now let's begin once again, and we'll try to understand the meaning of this stanza once again. Sir, it was not her husband's presence only. The Duke says that the reason for that spot of joy into the Duchess' cheek was not only her husband's presence, because this spot of joy could be created by some other reasons. Now he says, her husband, sir, it was not her husband's presence only called that spot of joy into the Duchess' cheek. Sir, the reason for the reddening into the Duchess' cheek or the blush into the Duchess' cheek was not simply my presence, that is the Duke's presence. It means such a blush or flush or reddening or intense feelings could be caused by some other factors, some other reasons. by the presence of some other persons. And the Duke was so jealous, he was so possessive that he could not tolerate it. Now, he conjectures, he explores several possibilities for bringing about that spot of joy into the Duchess seeks, and that's why he say, perhaps Fra Pandolf chanced to say. Perhaps Fra Pandolf chanced to say. Chanced to say means casually commented. Perhaps Fra Pandolf casually commented. Her mental lapse over my lady's wrist too much. The cloak over the wrist of my duchess was so overcovered. The mantle covers her wrist too much. It was a casual comment by the friar. Or paint must never hope to reproduce the faint half flush that dies along her throat. Now see, you see the word meaning. Flush means a sudden rush of intense emotion or reddening of the face. What is the meaning of the flush? Flush means a sudden rush of intense emotion or reddening of the face. Dies means disappears or vanishes. Along means about. Reproduce means imitate. Or Fra Pendle believes that the color of the half flush on her throat is so too subtle to capture accurately on the canvas. I repeat, Fra Pendle believes that the color of the half flush about her throat is too subtle to capture accurately on the canvas. Was that okay? It cannot be imitated in paint. Such stuff watch cards. For an ordinary person, these are the casual comments made in extreme politeness. She thought, but she did not think it these she did not consider these comments as casual comments, but she considered them as comments made in full sincerity, and therefore cause enough for calling up that spot of joy. And therefore, these comments became the reason for bringing about that spot of joy into the Duchess' cheek. She had a heart. How shall I say? How shall I say means I do not find appropriate expression, appropriate words for expressing my feelings. She had a heart too soon mad glad. She had a heart, she was so simple and childlike that she could be made glad easily. Too easily impressed, she could be impressed easily. She liked whatever she looked on. The Duchess liked whatever she looked on, and the problem is that her looks went everywhere. She looked here, there, and everywhere, and that hurts the feelings or the ego of the Duke. And that's why the Duke could not tolerate such an innocent and simple person as his wife. Was that okay? That's all for today. We shall take up this chapter once again tomorrow. Thank you.